At times, when we reduce black prospects to stories of adversity to traits like 40 times, we reduce them as human beings. I definitely do agree with what she's saying. Some thoughts on comments from a Bears scout on Jaquan Brisker this weekend, and a problem that continues to persist in draft commentary. Mina Kime shares her thoughts on a former Bears scout stating that part of the reason why they liked safety Jaquan Brisker is because he was poor, hungry, and desperate. Good thing he got fired, and honestly, I agree with all she's saying. And they would definitely not use those words to describe a white prospect ever. I don't think they would use those. And what do you think of this? A lot of people in the comments are very mad, saying those poor people of all races really just making up excuses because they didn't really like what ESPN was posting about. A lot of people saying ESPN's going too woke and all this other shit in the comments. And they should really just read between the lines and realize what they're saying. All this is really just code language of general that they just don't really care of what's going on in the NFL and just other stuff they should be investigated for. What do you think about this, though? And do you think they should stop doing the 40 time? A lot of people were saying that it should pretty much just they should scout them in a different way. But what do you think? Sports Illustrated. I don't think it's my job to mentor him. If he learns from me all the way, then that's a great thing. Ryan Tannehill and Malik Willis. But what do you think about this? Honestly, do you think Malik Willis has a good chance of taking his job in year one? I think you probably maybe sit a year. I don't really know. I don't really think the Titans really pulled the gun on him in the first year, trying to make him start. But what's your opinion? This is ESPN NFL. Once Malik Willis is thrown next to Ryan Tannehill, there'll be people in the practice who said when he's going to get to play. Matt Miller on the Titans QB situation. Do you agree with this? Honestly, I haven't seen too much of Malik Willis's tape. He has a big arm, and I think he has good mobility. But if he's really more accurate than Ryan Tannehill, do you think it would be a better decision to make him play right now? And do you think that people will say this in practice? They'll just say he's outright better. It could be an Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes situation. People immediately see that he's more talented than Ryan Tannehill. But what do you think? Comment down below. Feature report, Sixth Man of the Year is Tyler Hero. Honestly makes a lot of sense. I don't really know who else they could really give it to. He is the most likely candidate. He had a great year this year, in my opinion. He also said that he should belong in the conversation with people like Luka, Trae Young, and Ja. Honestly, I think he's getting there. But what do you think about this? Adrian Wojnarowski, Bleacher Report. Phil Jackson to advise Lakers in head coach search. What do you think about this? I think he's going to make a decision maker of what head coach to pick. With the Knicks, he really just wasn't that good of whatever he was, a GM. I don't even know what he did, but he was horrible. He made a lot of bad decisions. Hopefully he can find a good head coach for the Lakers. But what's your opinion on this? This is CBS Sports. Did the Giants get the top two players on the Cowboys draft board? Kayvon Thibodeau, 6th overall, and Evan Neal, 7th overall. Honestly, I think this was a great pick for the Giants. Those were the best players, I think, for their needs. I don't really even know what that means. Do you think they did this on purpose? I definitely don't think so. And the Cowboys would have never got any of these players. It was probably just the most likely players if they were available.